1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Oh my God, does this still work? Have not used this in ages. Haven't used this in ages. Jesus, I can't speak. Yes, it works. Loud and clear. Good. Good. People of the internet, Gwent people, most importantly. Yeah, it's good to see you too. What are we doing? We're actually going to do the draw show for GWENT World Masters because it's coming very, very soon. We're going to start with the group stage, which is happening on the 2nd and 3rd of December. So first weekend of December. And then we will have the great big finale, which is happening on the 9th and 10th of December. And with that one, we're going to need to first start with the group stages. So as you probably remember, draw shows used to be very simple. Like we used to have 8 players that would go against each other, would be the first one, go in the second one, blue, red, and we would have the bracket. This time, it's more complicated that we have actually buckets through which we'll be drawing. And we have a total of 4 buckets made out of our in-house things that we put stuff in, like food. And we have 4 of them, and they're numbered. In each one of these, we have names of players that managed to get to this stage through competing throughout each month in Gwent Pro Rank. And of course, they will be joining players such as Payable, who has the most crown points ever, and Kaneki Amori, who is the winner of the mid-season tournament, which also happened this year. And the buckets in which the players are divided into is quite simple. So they start with the most crown points, which is bucket number 1. And it goes down all the way to the last bucket, which has the least amount of crown points. So yes, we don't unfortunately have Pikachu sticky notes, which seems like a small downgrade when it comes to the quality of this stream that you're all used to. But you know, we gotta live with what we got. And as you probably know, we haven't done this in a long time, so it's even more complicated now this time. But yeah, is Tobliat the god in the draw? That's a good question. Is he though? I think I saw Tableot recently on TikTok doing different things. So he has a channel with his girlfriend, I think now, which is quite interesting. So yeah, enough about that. Let's move on to the draw itself. So we'll be starting with bucket number 1. And from bucket 1, we'll be taking 1 name, and then we'll be doing the same for the 2nd, the 3rd one, and the 4th one. And all of them, I'll be picking 1 name. First bucket is going to be 1 name from each one of these. Second bucket, second group is going to be group B, 1 name from each bucket, and then group C, 1 name from each bucket. So very easy. There's going to be 3 groups, and we'll as always start by mixing everything, and soon we will know everything. What's the important issue that is ignored? No important issues are ignored here. First name is Miamon 369EX. So the player that is going to be starting Group A is Miamon. Joining him from bucket number 2. From bucket number 2, we have Cat Burger. Cat Burger. So Miamon, Cat Burger are the 2 names in Group A. What are the emotions, this being the last Gwent tournament ever? I will get to your question. Just remind me to not forget about it when we get till the end, because I really need to focus on these. Group A, player number 3 is Jamie One Hand. Jamie One Hand. Group A, Miamon, Cat Burger, Jamie One Hand. And last but not least, from bucket number 4, we have the last player, which is, damn, I forgot how good this microphone is. Trusky You know Trusky. Everybody knows Trusky. So that is Group A. Miamon369EX, Catburger, Jamie One Hand, and Trusky. Group A is complete. Very easy. As you probably noticed, once we run out of names in the buckets, that will pretty much give us the last group. See, we smart. 2 names here in Group 1, starting we're in bucket 1, starting Group B. Yeah, simple math, but yeah, still problems. Puzzle Express. Puzzle Express, well-known player. Starting Group B. Joining him will be this piece of paper, which has the name of Sanvanter. Hopefully I did not mistake in this one. Third bucket. How many groups? 3 groups in total. We have in nomine Satanas, also no name in Gwent for quite a long time. And bucket number 4, which will give us the final group, is going to be, the final person in Group B. Final group. Final bucket, final group. You get the idea. Is Bukowski. Sounds like Bukowski. That's how the Americans would say Bukowski. Last name in this group, in Group B, Puzzle Express being the first name, Sanvanter, in nomine Satanas, and Bukowski is the last name. And we're going to complete the final names. There's nothing more in each of these buckets. There is only one name in each and one of them. First one is Magpie 131. Somebody just asked about magpies. There you go. First draw. Actually, Magpie was one of the players with the most crown points. So of course he made it. It's good to see him hopefully bring some spicy decks. Second one is going to be this is a Chinese player that wanted just to be called Joe. His name is long and complicated. We had someone translate it, but Ryan actually talked to him, wanted to be called as Joe. So we're keeping it simple. Joe, easy clap. I mean, pro players and their, the way they want to be called. Easy, Joe. We have Kareem Eid. And last name in the last bucket number 4, Pro Joe, just Joe. Hashtag Pro Joe in GWENT World Masters. That's going to be our hashtag. We have Gravish as the last name. So to sum up, looking at the 3 groups that we have for the group stage, first weekend of December, Miamon, Catburger, Jamie One Hand, and Trusky. Second group, we have Puzzle Express, Sanvanter, in nomine Satanas, and Bukowski. Last group, Group C, Magpie 131, Joe, Kareem, and Gravish. For those asking about where Payable is, Payable already qualified as having the most CP ever. And also joining him will be Kaneki Yamori, who you remember, or you might not remember, is the winner of the mid-season tournament that happened somewhere in summertime, if I remember correctly. It was quite a long time. So yeah, these are the names. Reminder, everything is happening on the 9th and 10th of December. We'll be streaming this live from the studio in Warsaw. And yeah, that's the draw show. So there was a question about how I feel this being the final tournament. It's tough. It's really, really tough, to be honest. I feel like, thankfully, Ryan is helping a lot now with like holding down the fort for everything Gwent related. I've kind of been more in the background than I used to be, focusing on other things and moving into different projects within CDPR. but I feel like, yeah, I kind of is this thing that you don't want it to end in some sense, because it's been 6 years of our lives pretty much, with a card game that changed it, changed my life for sure, opened me up to, you know, a lot of opportunities. I got to meet a lot of people. I got to go through, you know, a lot of cool things. Got to meet incredible people like Shinmiri in the chat, like Feldy, for example. But yeah, it's like, I think there will be time to kind of reminisce and talk about like everything that happened throughout, you know, this time. But for now, it's time to finish things with a bang. Like we're having this community gathering, which is also going to happen alongside World Masters. So this is very important. And for sure, you know, we'll be keeping in touch. We won't be going anywhere. We have Gwinfinity, thankfully, and as we already saw, it started out and it's going. Although I know some people from the Gwent community have been writing to me saying that hopefully this doesn't stay forever and it will change maybe one day, and you guys maybe will come back one day. I would love that to happen, but you know, it's not something that is up to me. But like I said, like Gwent still #1 card game ever for me, because I got to work on it since the early beginnings, and it's going to be incredible. So anyone who probably hasn't or can't make it to the watch party, that sucks, but we still will be keeping, you know, contact online. I hopefully will go back to streaming one day if there's interest in that. So we'll be playing games and, you know, enjoying each other's company, because I think the community is the most important thing that we built throughout these last 6 to 7 years almost. And yeah, that's, you know, this is what happened. And no, according to my Twitter, #1 game is not Marvel Snap. I'm playing more Magic the Gathering, but I'm playing a little bit of everything. So Marvel Snap has a place there too. I'm just not closed off to different card games, and I never will be, because card games are kind of my go-to game of choice, apart from RPGs and stuff like that. So yeah, if you can buff Puffco Gale, which Malegian didn't do for me this year, although he promised, we'll be more than grateful. And yeah, hopefully Reddit is happy, because they can now influence the meta and buff cards and nerf cards to their will. We'll see how that pans out, but thankfully we leave the game in the hands of the community, which is the most important thing for me, because it's a passion project for me, but I know it's also a passion project for a lot of you. And I think nobody better can take care of the game than the players that built it, that built this community and kept it going throughout the years, even now when the times are tough. And, you know, I'm not gone. I haven't run away or anything like that. I still remember about Gwent. I still represent Gwent always. And yeah, and thankfully Ryan is also helping me with that. So we'll keep things going. Can't wait for December. Can't wait for the event. Hope you're all excited. And yeah, I will be signing off. And don't worry. We'll do some streams. Maybe we'll do some streams. It's in the back of my head that we need to, like, I bought all this equipment that I don't really use it a lot. So yeah, everybody take care. Have a good one. Have a good night. Enjoy some streams. And yeah, I will see you all in December, online or in person. Take care. Bye.